Kanye West, from rap genius to Hollywood's crazy genius, and his public support for Diddy. Kanye West, or as he now calls himself, is living proof that there's only a thin line between genius and madness. But in Ye's case, that line may have been severed long ago. He's the man who can win 24 Grammy Awards with a stone-cold face, and then, moments later, storm the stage at someone else's award show to grab the mic and protest the result. The rapper who once told the entire nation that George Bush doesn't care about black people on live TV, then, years later, proudly wore a Make America Great Again hat and dined with Donald Trump. You didn't just change hip-hop, he broke it, redefined it, and twisted it into something unrecognizable. He brought in trumpets, church choirs, and spiritual poetry to a genre once dominated by braggadocio and bling. But this is also the same Ye who tweeted about abolishing the 13th Amendment, compared himself to God, and announced with total seriousness that he would run for President of the United States. And yes, he actually did. He's a fashion icon, a billionaire entrepreneur with Yeezy, but also a man who lost hundreds of millions in a matter of days over a single controversial statement. One minute, he's idolized by millions. The next, he's blacklisted by brands and condemned by the media. In the world of showbiz, Kanye isn't just a star, he's a storm. A man who makes it impossible to look away, whether out of admiration or pure disbelief. Kanye West, the rebellious genius, the mad prophet, and possibly the only person alive capable of bending reality to his will. This isn't just the story of a rapper. It's the chronicle of a cultural hurricane, a media nightmare, and maybe, just maybe, the uncrowned king of the 21st century. Born in 1977 in Atlanta, Georgia, Kanye Omari West didn't grow up in the projects, nor was he a rags-to-riches fairy tale like many rappers love to tell. On the contrary, Ye was raised in a well-educated middle-class household. His mother, Donda West, was an English professor at a university. His father, Ray West, was a former Black Panther and the first black photojournalist at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. From a young age, Kanye was different. While other kids were obsessed with cartoons or basketball, young Kanye was secretly recording his mother's piano sessions and remixing them on an old computer. Music wasn't just a hobby, it was an obsession, a private religion, the language he felt truly fluent in. But as he got older, Kanye did something that nearly gave his academically minded mother a heart attack. He dropped out of college. For a professor like Donda, this felt like betrayal. But for Ye, it wasn't about rejecting knowledge. It was about choosing a different path to tell his story. At first, Kanye wasn't seen as a performer. He was the guy behind the curtain, the beat maker, the producer for hire crafting hits for big names like Jay-Z, Ludacris, and Alicia Keys. Yes, it was Kanye who produced the iconic beat for Jay-Z's Izzo, Hova, a track that made the entire hip-hop industry take notice. But despite his success as a producer, Kanye wasn't satisfied. He once said, "I wasn't made to sit behind a computer, I was made to stand on a stage." And so, against all odds, against record labels, skeptical peers, and even a doubting public, Kanye set out to prove he wasn't just the man behind the beat. He was a rapper, a true artist, and most of all, a musical revolutionary. In 2004, his debut album, The College Dropout, dropped like a bomb. It shook the foundations of hip-hop, a genre that had become obsessed with gangsta bravado, cash, and violence. While other rappers boasted about guns and girls, Kanye rapped about God, about the Nike shoes he couldn't afford as a kid, about insecurity, racial injustice, and chasing the American dream that always felt just out of reach. No gangster stories, no strip clubs, just raw emotion, and a voice that dared to say what others only thought in silence. That's when a phenomenon was born. Kanye West didn't just break the hip-hop formula, he redefined it. But here's the thing, every genius comes at a price. And for Kanye West, that price wasn't blood, sweat, or failure. It was an ego the size of the entire Marvel universe. Kanye didn't just believe he was talented, he believed he was chosen, not by fate, not by the music industry, but by God. And when a man truly believes every beat he creates is divine revelation, every rap verse a sacred scripture, the world around him either bows down or gets crushed in his path. From late registration to graduation, Kanye continued to shatter molds and redefine what a hip-hop album could be. But then came My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And at that point, he wasn't just making music, he was crafting myth. A sonic epic part rap, part rock, part R&B, part opera. A surreal, dark, sinful world. Twisted, raw, beautiful. It was Kanye at his most vulnerable, his most chaotic, his most genius. And then in 2013, Kanye released Yeezus, an album stripped to the bone. No warmth, no melody, just distorted synths, thunderous drums, and yes, screaming like a prophet gone rogue. In it, he declares without hesitation, "I am a god." Yes, not a metaphor, not wordplay. Kanye West literally declared himself divine. And when an artist makes a claim like that, you already know what's coming next. The media exploded. The internet caught fire. Memes, mockery, Reddit threads psychoanalyzing him like he was some kind of cultural Rubik's Cube. But the ironic part, Kanye didn't care. In fact, it's possible he saw the backlash as proof he was right all along. Because to Ye, criticism is a symptom of greatness. If they're not mad at you, then you're not bold enough. He didn't want to be liked, he wanted to be remembered. And whether you love him or loathe him, one thing is undeniable. Kanye West was rewriting the rules, not just of music, but of pop culture itself. If music is half of Kanye's career, then shocking moments make up the other half. In 2009, at the MTV VMAs, Taylor Swift was giving her acceptance speech when Kanye stormed the stage, snatched the mic, and declared, "Yo Taylor, I'm really happy for you, but Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time." The whole world was stunned. Beyoncé was stunned. Taylor froze. Kanye just smiled. Then in 2018, Kanye said this on live TV. 400 years of slavery? That sounds like a choice. The internet exploded. The black community was outraged. Kanye kept wearing his Make America Great Again hat and posed for photos with Donald Trump. Then came 2020. Kanye announced he was running for president of the United States. Yep, Ye was aiming for the White House. The result? He got nearly 60,000 votes. But at least Kanye had a deep campaign slogan, "Yes, we ye." Between his shocking statements and groundbreaking music, Kanye has constantly battled with mental health issues. He has publicly revealed that he suffers from bipolar disorder and was once hospitalized after experiencing a psychotic episode. Kanye's mother, Donda, passed away in 2007 following a failed cosmetic surgery. Her death was a devastating blow that deeply affected his mental state. He once said, "If my mom was alive, I might not have gone crazy like this." And that seems to be true. After his mother's passing, Kanye appeared to spiral into ongoing crises, both mentally and in the public eye. Recently, Kanye West once again blew up social media by openly supporting Sean Diddy Combs, right when Diddy is being hit with a wave of serious allegations, ranging from sexual assault to drug trafficking, and even running a criminal enterprise. While the entire entertainment industry is dodging Diddy like a ticking time bomb, Kanye, as usual, walked straight into the storm. He posted a photo with Diddy, calling him a cultural hero, a man who inspired a generation of black artists. While other celebrities were scrambling to delete photos and distance themselves, Kanye chose to stand by his old friend. Consequences be damned. The move sparked massive controversy. Some said Kanye is the only one brave enough to speak the truth. Others accused him of just chasing the spotlight. Again. Does Kanye truly believe in Diddy's innocence? Or is this just another calculated stunt to stay in the headlines? No one knows for sure. But one thing's certain. In a world where everyone's afraid of being canceled, Kanye is the guy who walks straight into the fire, smirks, and dares you. Go ahead, cancel me. So in the end, is Kanye West a genius or a madman? He's the man who rewrote the history of rap, shaped pop culture, and built a billion-dollar fashion empire. But also someone who's willing to say the most controversial things, even if it means losing everything. Kanye once said, "Name one genius that ain't crazy." And perhaps in Kanye West's case, no one dares to argue. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on upcoming content. Your support means the world and gives me the motivation to keep creating meaningful stories like this. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you in the next video.